My 3 decades of working in finance, energy and climate has shown me that capitalism needs well-functioning democracies, ones where governments set clear rules, where independent institutions referee those rules, and where the rules are efficient and effective to protect the citizens and the consumers from bullies, scammers and corrupt actors. Market players cannot effectively contribute to a strong economy amid uncertainty when the direction of play is unclear, or when the rules of the game are changed every time the red and the blue team change the captain's chair, and with them they take their ideologies and their special interests. And what's more, and I've heard this over and over again from the people of Bradfield, there's a widespread conviction that political parties, and therefore the parliament itself, are incapable of dealing with systemic, long-standing issues. We fail to properly regulate online media platforms. We fail to implement the reform agenda necessary to act on climate change, the existential crisis of our time. We tinker around the edges of housing affordability, Australia's gambling addiction and making our taxation system fairer. And worse still, even if there is an inquiry or a commission that delivers a report which is a thoroughly public and deliberative process, our parliament, the parties that comprise it and the special interests that they represent usually fail to deliver on the recommendations. Gonski on education, Samuel on the environment, Henry on tax, Sackville on disability. I could go on. And it's little wonder that the public feels that the people elected to represent, serve and protect us do and affect the exact opposite. So, where are people turning? Well, I, like a growing number of Australians, believe that one way we can avoid these fates is by electing people that have the communities and not the party's interests at the centre of what they do. And that's why I'm so proud to be associated with the community independence movement, and it's more than 1 million supporters. The movement is a step towards a more decentralised and people-centred rather than party-led system. We listen, we're inclusive, we're patient, we're respectful, we're generous, and the movement is gaining momentum. And most beautifully, it's rebuilding trust. There was a time when the governments of Australia enacted reform, when a government courageously adjusted to new realities. And I'm thinking here of the introduction of Medibank, now Medicare, by the Whitlam government, or gun reforms by the Howard government. But today, the parliament does not make these courageous decisions. Instead, difficult decisions are delayed until the failure to act ushers in disastrous consequences, at which point a royal commission is called for, a referendum sought, or a plebiscite scheduled. Or important decisions are made in the dark, or strategically so as to receive little media attention, or sneakily where action on one thing is mischaracterised as action on another. Or they are made when parties quietly and unobtrusively agree. It's as if though they use each other as cover or as excuses to pass legislation which is in their own shared interest, such as the campaign finance reforms of the 47th Parliament. How is it, for example, that two parties can agree on hundreds of billions of dollars being spent on AUKUS, a project and an approach to our international relations that has not been explained or justified to the people of Australia and is not subject to the discipline of a federal budget or the scrutiny of this parliament?